Welcome to the SuperCharged video show, where I interview interesting and inspiring people right inside the Tesla. All right, well, I am super excited to have in the car with me Jonny Imerman from Imerman Angels. And Jonny, tell us who you are and what you do and why you do it.
Well, honestly, it's great to see you, Steve. Love what you're doing here, man. I'm excited, just flattered to be a part of this whole mission, man. I love it.
Yeah.
And we've got some beautiful scenery right now. We got Lake Michigan. I mean, it's beautiful out here.
It is.
So we are based in Chicago. I'm a two-time testicular cancer survivor. I'm 26 years old and 28 years old. Very lucky man. And through my experiences of chemo and surgeries, realized that there's this major disconnect between those like me who fight cancer and those who've already survived. And so we created what today we're very blessed to have, and it's been a team effort since day one, the largest free international mentorship program for people with cancer in the world. So if anyone is diagnosed with cancer in Spain, in Florida, in Toronto, in Chile, anywhere in the world, we're going to introduce you to somebody we already know who beat and survived the same thing you have.
And that's the key. It's not just cancer in general, it's the same one that you have.
Exactly. So, for example, you get a guy named Toby who lives in Miami, and he's 25, he gets bone cancer in his arm. And he's going to have a titanium rod put in and part of the arm taken out, and maybe something with his elbow done, radiation, probably chemo. We got to hook him up with another kid that might live in London who's 30, but when he was 25, he had the same sarcoma, same cancer, and the same left arm, in the same spot, did the same surgery, had the same titanium rod put in, and he's like, dude, I've done it all, and I'm okay. And guess what? I actually play sports, and I run marathons, and all the stuff that kid does. That positivity, that energy needs to be face-to-face, literally, or through Skype, face-to-face with the person that's going through the same thing.
Wow, yeah, that's so powerful.
So that's what we do. We have 7,000 worldwide cancer survivors. They're all volunteers. Everything is free. They do this completely out of the goodness of their heart. And they are all basically on call. Because tomorrow, next week, next month, somebody might call with that bone cancer in the arm. And if we already have these survivors we know, we find the closest match.
Geographically, you mean? Or
sometimes
closest by...
You know, it's a good question. So sometimes geographics are important. Geography is important. Geography is important. Sometimes they say, I want somebody my age. Sometimes they'll say, I want somebody my religion, because faith is a big part of this fight. And sometimes they might say my race or my sexual orientation, or I want someone who's also married or who also has kids, or also has dealt with these type of fertility issues. There's so many issues. So you take all these variables, and everyone that comes to us that's looking for a survivor match is like a fingerprint. Their needs are completely different. So that's why we talk to them, we get to know them, we figure out which ones of those variables are important to them, and then we look at our network and we find the best match for them specifically. So it's very high touch and very customized, each match. It's always one-to-one. It's never groups, always one-to-one.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's a lot of good energy, man.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good energy. Kind of same good energy you feel right now at Lakeshore Drive, right? It's beautiful. Gotta love it.
Absolutely. So now, one of the things I'm asking everybody is, you know, I'm meeting inspirational people like yourself, but I want to take it a step further. It's like, not just what inspires you, but what gives you the goosebumps or the chills?
You know, within the organization or just in life in general?
Whatever you want.
What gives me goosebumps and chills? I only think the last time I got a little misty that I can think of or got goosebumps was actually a video that was sent to me. And again, I'm going to preface this by saying I'm no judgment on anyone's diet.
Sure.
I happen to be a vegan, and I happen to drink only water. But Coca-Cola came out with a commercial. So I don't drink Coca-Cola personally, but I have to say I love some of the people over there, because they came out with this commercial that is trying to bridge the people of Pakistan and the people of India, right? There's a lot of tension between the countries. And they came up with a Coca-Cola machine on one side in Pakistan and another one in India. And there's a screen in the like a Skype type feature. Where I don't know if you've seen this yet.
No.
It's amazing. I'll have to send you the link.
Yeah.
And she sent it to me, and I was sitting there in front of my computer, like literally tearing up. And they can see each other, and they get a Coke, and they can wave to each other, they can dance, they're dressed in their own way. They just show each other themselves through a Coca-Cola machine. And it's video on the Coca-Cola machine, like a vending machine. And the whole goal, which Coca-Cola is trying to do, is through Coca-Cola, bring cultures together. And I thought that it's a beautiful thing. Anytime you see people coming together, I mean, Imerman Angels, the core of what we do is bridging. It's bringing people together. We're stronger when we're working together.
Absolutely.
And that sort of stuff is what gives me goosebumps. It kind of gets under the skin to me when you see people come together like that. And it's one example, but stuff like that in general, that always gets me. It always gets me.
I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Now, another thing, I'm on a road trip, right? So I always like to find out, what is your favorite thing, or what do you love? Why do you live in Chicago?
So I do love the city a lot. I grew up in Detroit area, about 20 minutes outside, a suburb called Bluefield Hills, Michigan. After cancer, was treated there, moved here at 29. I just turned 40. It's been just about 10 years I've lived here. Excuse me. What brought me here, it's close to my family. My mom and my brother live in Michigan. It's a 4-hour drive. But also, it's a better launch pad a city like Chicago, right? For something like Imerman Angels.
Sure.
Detroit is a great city, and it's coming back, and it's beautiful. We're all excited, but it's a smaller city.
Sure.
And Chicago, in terms of today, is just bigger. And we were been very blessed to get on the media. Actually, tomorrow morning, we're very lucky. We're going on WCIU, which is a local TV station. You may remember it here in the morning here. So we're doing that tomorrow. Someone in our office today was on Fox News this morning, actually. So the media here, by being a bigger city, has been a better launch pad. And for us, it's all about awareness. And the media is a huge driver of awareness because it's free. And we help thousands of people every year. But if people aren't aware that we're here, why build an engine to help people if they can't find it? So much of it's awareness. And the only better places, I think, to start something like Imerman Angels would have been like a New York, an LA, maybe a San Francisco. But I think those type of cities, these four, were probably the best launch pads. Maybe in Miami, to get this thing up there. And we just want to help more people. We're in every state in 60 countries, but we just want to get more and more people. So, I do love Chicago. I love the people here. I'm from the Midwest. I went to Michigan. A lot of Michigan people here.
Oh, yeah. No.
Are you born? You're born and raised?
No,
Chicago?
I'm from Colorado, actually.
Oh, I love that. You definitely have a very chill Colorado vibe. Not surprised. Not surprised.
So, hey, what's a random fun fact about you?
A random fun fact. So, something this is maybe a little heavy than probably some people give you as fun facts, but it's a story that I just, it's kind of an unusual one. It's at my core, and sometimes it comes up, and for whatever reason it was on my mind the other day. But during chemo, it's a little heavy, but during chemo, I don't know if you call this a fun fact, but it's definitely a deep fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It is a fact.
All right,
I will say that.
that.
It's a fact. The rest you can kind of figure out. But it's a fact. On chemo, middle of my chemos, I'm sick one day, and I wake up one day, and I have a port in my arm, which is a plastic chip for chemo every day. That's where they'd stick me for 8 hours of chemo every day. I wake up one day, and you're kind of in your chemo fog, in your haze. My arm is twice as big, bright white. What happened is I had a blood clot in my port in my left arm. So again, I moved in with my mom. You can't drive a car when you're on that type of chemo. My mom drives me to the hospital. They rush me into surgery. They slice my arm open. They take the port out. Then they have to figure out, how to get rid of this major blockage, right? I have this big clot in my arm. And they tell me I could lose my arm. There's 2 ways to do this. One way is we do Lovenox and we do Coumadin and low-dose blood thinners, very conservative, not high risk, and slowly declot this clot. And the other way, which my oncologist chose and we decided to do, which was go for the jugular. Go for the neck, go for the knockout punch. We're going to do a 2-hour drip in my other arm that is called a TPA. It's thrombolytic therapy. It's 100% blood thinner. So any cuts in your body, anything that's open, It just spews blood, right?
Right.
I mean, there's no clotting in your body at all. That was the goal, to completely absorb the clot.
Right.
And it's very high risk. Anyone I know in the medical world has told me afterwards, I cannot believe your doctor's ordered that for you. That is fatal a lot of the time.
Wow.
You got to be careful.
Yeah.
But that's what my doctor wanted to do, and we decided to do it. And longest 2 hours of my life. Yeah, this is the fact part. Longest 2 hours of my life. I'm sitting there on the bed, Steve, and again, I had already had a bunch of poke holes in my stomach where I had Neupogen shots, which are, it stimulates your white blood cells, because your white blood cells get knocked down from chemo. So all these little poke holes, right? As soon as we start this universal blood thinner, I look down, and they told me this would happen. I see a little red, the red dots.
Right,
where all it is. And then the red dots get a little bigger, and then blood just starts kind of leaking. I'm like, oh my God, this doesn't look good, right? Kind of leaking there.
Wow.
I remember my nurse kind of like wiping the blood away. But you're like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. Got to get through these 2 hours and declot this thing. Then a little bit longer, I look over my arm where they had sliced me open to take the port out, right? And I have a white bandage on it.
Yeah.
And I see a red dot, and then the red dot gets a little bigger. And then it gets a little bigger, and now it's the size of like a silver dollar. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing is red, and it's starting to drip even a little bit. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm coming apart to see there's blood here, there's blood here. And then the scariest I ever was during my whole cancer battle was this point. And the doctors are like, if you feel chest pains, what that can be is it can be part of the clot breaking up, going into your heart or your lung, and it's immediately fatal. You can die in a second. If you feel chest pains, chunks are breaking up.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, there's blood, then all of a sudden here, I feel massive chest pains. It feels like someone's like pounding on the chest. And I remember looking at my mom, just grabbing her hand and saying, I was 26 years old, and I'm like, you're the best mom in the world. All I want you to be is in peace. I've lived amazing 26 years. I loved high school.
Right.
I loved University of Michigan College. I had a great few working years. And I was grateful, and all I cared about was my mom to be in peace and to go on with her life, with losing a child. And I looked at her and I go, Mom, this is the end. And in my mind, what I thought, Steve, which is crazy, is that the curtains were just going to fall. Like, that's what I thought would happen. It was, you don't know how you think until you're in that situation, what your brain would actually go towards. But what I thought is, like, I guess here's where the dark curtains just fall, and that's the end of life.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom crying. I remember kind of her tears hitting me. She's like, this is not the end. This is not the end. I'm like, this is the end. It's okay. I'm in peace.
Yeah.
And then, crazy as it is, I don't know how much time went by. The chest pain subsided. The clot chunks broke up enough. And obviously I got through it.
Wow.
But I will tell you, it's changed my life forever, those 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because when you really think, at any age, 26 or 56, that you're ready to let go, and you found peace in it, and you found gratitude in it, you're very into Buddhism and spirituality, you live life the rest of your life differently, which is one reason I love guys like you, because exactly what you're doing. You live more free. You do the things that you know that you're like, you know what? I'm not going to be here forever. We're not supposed to be here forever. We all go at some point, and we make more room for new generations to come. That's just part of life's cycle. But I will tell you, it's freed me up from the fear of dying.
Yeah.
And it's freed me up from the fear of what could go wrong. And it's opened me up to try new things, to love entrepreneurs like you, to love people who live freely, and just do things now, because this is kind of all we have at the end of the day.
It is.
So that experience really is one of those defining things about me that I pretty much guarantee no one else in this car is probably going to tell you a story just like that one. It may be like similar trauma, but not like that one.
No.
And I'll tell you, it's given me sort of like a freedom of life that I appreciate. That's what I think when you're a cancer survivor say, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to them. Of course, they lived, so they're lucky to be here. But that's, I think, in many ways what they mean, is you live a little more free. You're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to try new things. And I see some of that energy in you when I watch your video.
You kind of live like you're supposed to live, right?
Exactly.
But so many people are afraid to.
So many people are afraid to, like, roll the dice.
Yeah.
And part of rolling the dice in life is what makes it fun.
Oh, man.
You gotta be open to new things and new experiences, and definitely building new things. I think is just lot of people have great ideas. They just they don't have the courage to jump.
Right.
And it could be any type of trauma. I mean, there's a lot of near-death experiences, but a lot of that type of trauma can really convince people to live the life they really want to live. Like, who are you at the core? Live your real personality. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I gotta say, during part of that story, you just gave me the chills. So.
Oh, thank you, man. Well,
right on.
it is definitely the most intense story of my life. I mean, if you said to me, like, what's the craziest experience, defining moment? I mean, it's forever changed my life. And one reason I like telling it, because it actually brings me back to that space so well. And I want to continue to live that way and remember.
Yeah.
But also I share it a lot because I hope it affects other people like yourself too, that, whenever we think we're having a bad day, whenever we're upset about the direction of our life, I mean, life's hard, it is. But like, you think about life, you say, but we're still here.
Oh, yeah.
And we're still alive, and there's somebody else down the street here at Northwestern or at Rush or North Shore who's fighting for next week because they don't know if their cancer's spreading or they're going to live. Right?
Yeah.
So makes us appreciate life, which I'm a big believer. Gratitude is the foundation of happiness. It's all based on gratitude. It's being grateful for the people and everything you have in the world.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I hope that's a different story. I wanted to give you something different that not everybody gives you.
Yeah. No, that was a great fun fact.
Right. Fun is definitely debatable, but it's a fact for sure.
That's true.
It is definitely it was a great experience, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a scary experience, but it was a great one in that how it left me thinking differently about life. I wouldn't trade it.
Yes. Now, I think I know the answer to this, but to wrap it up, who are the kind of people that you can help and want to connect with, and then maybe some people that could help you as well?
Absolutely. Well, we love helping everybody. Again, just like what we just talked about, life is short.
Yeah.
It's all about the positive, effect you have on people. I think lives touched while we're here. So if we can help any groups or any people that sit in this chair after me, or anyone you talk to, anyone in the nonprofit world, anyone in education, anyone helping people with cancer or other diseases, healthcare that needs help, you can always have them contact me. I'll be happy to help. Anything I can share. I mean, that's just, karma, good karma. It's the purpose of life, I think, why we're here. But ways that people can help us help more people, and it doesn't cost $1, it's completely free, is simply raising awareness. And I appreciate you, because if somebody watches this video and they have cancer and they know Imerman Angels exists and it's free, we're going to help them. And all they need to do is reach out. Again, we're the world's largest database of cancer survivors for one-on-one support that we've ever heard of. So we just want to reach more people. So that's the best way. I mean, they can get a t-shirt on our website if they want to and wear that. I mean, as you know from Chicago days, we're big on t-shirts. We love the concentration downtown. People talk about it. They wear shirts. It gets the word out. People ask me every day, what is this shirt? What's Imerman Angels? And you tell them, and everybody knows somebody, sadly, who's sick.
Yeah.
In fact, my ex-girlfriend I just told you about, she just called me. We haven't talked in so long. It was my ex-girlfriend from years ago I used to live with. We haven't talked to her in years. And for like a deep conversation at least, other than just passing by.
Right.
And someone in her world is going through colon cancer. And so like that supersedes everything. Even the uncomfortableness of like ex-relationships. It's like somebody's sick, we work together, we get over any uncomfortableness, and you work together to help people because the guy needs help.
Right.
So that's what it's really about. But if anyone raises awareness for Imerman Angels or let people know that are sick that we're here, it's free. We'll find them the best survivor. And if they know a survivor, they just send them in. And that person can become an angel to later mentor somebody else and help them through the fight.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some great chain stories of like this person who then helped this person who,
Exactly. It's a very, very smart insight that you just saw that, because so many times people come to us for help. You match them to this great survivor named Mark who beat prostate cancer. Says, look, here's what you need to know. Walks them through it. And then that guy beats his cancer. And the best phone calls we get in the office are the guys say, Mark helped me. Now I'm a survivor. It's my turn to give back. And those are like the best examples of how life just revolves. Like you give back what you got.
Right.
It's like AA. You know, if you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, the 12th step, the final step of AA, and I have so many friends who are recovering addicts, and they're great people, and this is, they live and breathe this. The 12th step is you can't keep what you don't give back. Right? You can't keep what you don't give back. It's so deep that the first time I heard it, I'm like, I need to hear it. I think about this thing. Absorb it. Right. I'm like, it's so deep. It's the reality. Like, if you want to stay sober, you want to keep sober, somebody already mentored you as a sponsor. You got to sponsor somebody else, because that's the only way for you to stay sober is to give back what was given to you. Because all of a sudden, the day you stop mentoring other people and sponsoring is the day that you probably are going to relapse, right? But when you're helping another person, it's not about you anymore. You're sponsoring them. If you relapse and you start drinking again, guess who also screwed? The guy you're helping, your mentee.
Totally.
So it's such a brilliant model. That the way to keep yourself in a good place is to help others. And we look at it in the cancer world the same way. If you want to stay peaceful here, and somebody mentored you through your cancer fight, and you don't want to fear your cancer coming back. I'm a guy that's already had it twice. Could it come back tomorrow? Absolutely. But like, I don't have time to fear it, because my focus is on the guys I'm helping. In the same way, if you don't want to fear a recurrence and you want to live in peace, you help the next guy. You look outside yourself. It's not about you. It's about what are you doing for the next person, and that's on a collectively on a big scale. Those are the thousands of angels, 7,000 that do the work that we do every day.
You're the man.
No, I appreciate that, but it's the team. The team is the man. I will say that. And the woman. The man and the woman. The team is really what makes it happen. And I've always felt this way. One survivor does so little, but when you have a team of thousands that are all marching arm in arm, right? And we're all wearing the same jersey, and we're all going the same direction together as a team, that's what changes the cancer planet. I mean, that's how we're going to change the world. So,
very cool.
It's also just a lot of great energy. You can go Michigan right there if they're open. Yeah, that's a little cut through right there. But it's a lot of good energy. And this is also what we say, Steve, in our office. We say, never a bad day. Never a bad day, only hard moments. Hard moments are okay. You know what? Life can be hard, and an hour can be hard, moments can be hard, but overall, there's not enough days that we have left to have a bad day.
I love it.
And you gotta try to look at life that way, right? You gotta fight through the bad moments to get back and make the day good. There's always something that can end good. Yeah. Back to gratitude. So much is about gratitude.
Perfect. Well, that's a perfect note to end. I have the gratitude.
Dude, listen, it's great to see you. You're good energy. I tell you, awesome. You're the kind of guys I love in the world, the guys that think out of the box. I immediately, when I got your email and I watched the video of like, this guy's awesome. I mean, you really are. And I love people that just want to do things differently and be free, and kind of like that experience that I was talking about. It teaches you just be who you are, be free, and live the life and build stuff that you want to build, and don't conform. And if people want to do that, that's fine. I'm no judge. I don't want to live my life that way.
Oh yeah, no.
Neither are you. Man. You're creating new shit. I love that.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
Sorry if I swear on tape, but that's okay.
Oh. We need more of that. We need some more.
We need some more. We can swear more. No question, man. No question. So this is fun, man. No. Yeah, so because you live in Phoenix now, right?
Yeah.
Good for you, man. I love people that are doing creative shit. This is creative shit.
It is. It's fun.
Life's short, right? You gotta do stuff out of the box.
I know, right?
Tell me the story how you came to this idea.
Well, it kind of evolved over. So I did this really dumb thing here. It was actually that. That was on CNN, and like, so I basically put an airbed in the back of a Tesla.
Nice, dude. Love it.
Called it the Tesla Hotel. Oh yeah.
That's great. Was it comfortable?
Oh yeah, super. I've done it like 3 or 4 times on this trip.
Could you just keep the AC going, and it's like your bedroom.
Yeah. No problem.
And that's a great idea. And there's plenty of room, right?
Oh,
When you
totally.
put that back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing about this thing that surprised me is it's so freaking practical.
It's a long car, right?
It's really long. Yeah,
So that
and
comes
wide.
down. Does your head go up this way?
No, it's your pillow. You put it out right there.
And you still could fit your feet in.
Oh yeah.
And
And I'm
close the door.
6'4", dude.
Yeah, you're
So,
a big guy. Right.
I mean, if I can do it, anyone except someone in the NBA can do it.
Totally. Anybody can do it, man. I think that's so cool.
So then I did that, and then I thought, okay, well, I got interviewed to be a possible host for this vacation rental thing, which is what I do, is vacation rentals. And then that didn't pan out, but I'm thinking, I want to do my own thing, you know? And then,
Are you still working in addition to all this?
yeah, well, I still manage vacation rentals, like from...
Because you can do it anywhere,
Yeah,
right? It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
So during this trip, you can do a little bit of work, a little bit of this. You do both, right?
Oh yeah, everything. So it's a lot of work, to be honest, but it's worth it though. So
Love it, man.
hanging out
It
with
gives you
cool
the
people like
liberty.
you.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm that cool, but I appreciate it.
Well,